A group of entitled parents make a huge scene at a restaurant, demanding that a young couple stop kissing in a booth close by. I work at an American-style restaurant, food like burgers, chicken wings, chicken tenders, etc. While we do have a small bar, it's more of a family-style type restaurant than a pub style of a restaurant. I've worked at this restaurant for about 6 years and have had my fair share of entitled customers. This weekend, I had one of the worst families come in. They were celebrating a birthday and the party size was 18, with both children and adults. The grandmother and grandfather were also there, as well as the parents of the kids. The kids in question were all either cousins or siblings, and the birthday kid had a few friends with him as well. This wasn't a catering event, and we had large parties like this all of the time. They were in the middle of one of the rooms, which is a loosely described word, and there were booths on multiple sides of them. In one of the booths near the window, there was this couple. They were teenagers, both 14 years old. I just finished student teaching, and I knew the kids. They had separate periods, but both kids seemed like good kids overall. The boy is a football player. He's very smart and gets good grades. I'm personally going into history education, and the teacher I was student teaching for is very much into the model of giving kids freedom on what they do. So most units end up in a project where they could do a slideshow, an essay, a video, research paper, etc., all about a topic in an era. For example, the Dust Bowl in the 30s, or the stock market crash in the 30s as well. She also loved more creative projects, like ones talking about how protest music was used in various eras. This boy always did his projects about sports and how they were affected by politics. He knows everything about the history of sports, especially American football. It's insane. The girl is a sweet girl. She's always at his games. She's very friendly, and while never showing intense interest in any topic, she's a smart kid overall and has a lot of potential. The boy was in his outfit. He had just finished practice. Him and his girlfriend weren't bothering anyone and were talking to each other privately. I ended up going over to talk to them for a little bit just because they wanted to talk to me, and I think the boy liked talking to me because I was a young male figure he could relate to. The family that was there was very rude to begin with, and the little kids were acting up a bit, but they weren't being too bad. However, the parents of one of the kids saw the boy and the girl kissing in their booth, and they had an issue with it. The mother of the kids asked me to tell the kids to stop kissing, and when I told her I wouldn't do that, she got increasingly upset at me. I told them that there was no rules against kissing your loved one in a restaurant. The mother proceeds to insist it's inappropriate for her kids and nieces and nephews to see this, since there were toddlers there, and how the kids in the booth should keep to themselves. When I again told her there was nothing I could do, she went over to the kids and tried to get them to stop. I was also getting dirty looks from all the other adults at the party as well. This woman storms up to them and tells them to stop kissing because there are kids around. They politely ask her to go away and she refuses. She then notices the boy had painted nails and went on about how disgusting it was. And at this point, the boy looked like he was going to punch her in the face. So we had multiple staff members come over to try to de-escalate the situation. We told her we would get the owner, and the other parents in the party started complaining about how we were being ridiculous and how they should sue the restaurant for indecent exposure. The owner comes over and tries to get her to calm down, but she is still going on with her "think of the children" rant. She had to be brought into a separate part of the restaurant to be talked to. We waited until the kids were done eating to bring her back. After they left, we banned the parents from the restaurant for the foreseeable future. Finally, a story like this has a good ending. These parents got exactly what they deserved. There's nothing wrong with a couple kissing in a restaurant. From the sounds of it, it wasn't like they were doing anything gross or anything inappropriate. It seemed like an innocent kiss between two teenagers who loved each other. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, does this lady not kiss her husband or her spouse in any way in front of their kids? Like, it's okay to show affection, in my opinion, as long as it's not getting weird. And these kids were definitely not getting weird.
The full version of this video is actually going to be on the Am I the Jerk YouTube channel, so check out the link in the description for it. And if there are any updates to this story, that's where they'll be, in the same link. And separately, if you guys use Instagram, make sure to follow at AmITheJerk on Instagram to see the text form of a lot of these stories that you guys submit, along with some of these short form videos. The Instagram is actually a really good way to catch up on stories when you can't listen to anything, like if you're at work or school and you can't have headphones in. So anyway, check out Am I the Jerk and Am I the Genius on Instagram.